Now, let us understand facet grid. Remember, with facet grid, we can split up the data by one or two of the discrete variables and create subplots. Okay, we can arrange those subplots horizontally or vertically. Okay, let us start. Let's say we're also going to use air. Now let's say we are going to create these scatter plots, and we're gonna come in here and say for example, let's specify the aesthetics. Say for example, in this scatter plot, we are simply just looking at the wind, then it's temperature. Okay, I'm also going to run this, so I'm also going to try and come here and say let us control these lines so they become becomes clear. So let's run this. So it seems like 7 might be better. Okay, so we have simply just added the size for these lines. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to create the subplot, okay, on each month. So how can you do that? So we come in here, we say facet underscore grid. Okay, remember we have to specify month, and then in this formula for facet grid we have to specify the dot. And if you run this, what you are seeing here is that we have managed to create the scatter plots which shows this relationship for each month. This is something that you might be familiar with when you know how to use the lattice package. But here is an example of how you can create the subplot by using month, right? So as you can see in this case, that the subplots, they are arranged vertically. In order to make this subplot to be arranged horizontally, we simply just come in here and say month, careful of the spelling, and now we change this formula. Now we can see that these plots or these subplots are now arranged horizontally. Okay, we can also control the scaling. So if we come in here and say scale is free, and then you run this, so you can see for each subplot we now have set the scale to free in order for each of these subplots to have different scales. There are also additional scales. For example, if you say free underscore y and you run this, so what does scale when we set it to free underscore y? It's that it allows the y scale to be free, but the x scale is fixed. We also have free x, so in that case we are saying the x scale is free and the y scale is fixed. Okay, so in most cases we will simply just want free. So that is how flexible facet grid is.